There it is. Maybe move this closer to me. Okay. Blah blah. Trying to figure out how to. Oh, I'm not logged in. Hey, War Bloody, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. Stream alert is notified. There's only 2 of them in there anyway. Let me go to Twitter, just in case. Shiny hunting in Diamond Egg RNG breeding almost done with Hoenn living shiny decks. Well, that's awesome to hear, man. Alright. Oh, let me open Tippy and Nightbot. Yeah, it's been a while, guys. Sorry. Nightbot. Hey Super Saiyan, what's going on? Pokemon U1212 live on YouTube? Yes, I am. Sorry, I accidentally minimized the Twitch stream chat while I was setting up and all that. Alright. Should be good to go now. I am alright. I was having a very stressful day yesterday. I wanted to stream, and I probably could have, but I was so stressed about a few issues and tired, I wasn't able to, so I basically played Dead Cells and took a nap. Okay. Oh, yo, what's up, Damo? Thanks for stopping by. Alright, let's get this shit underway. Now, it's been so long, I'm going to make sure my calibration's correct, but I'm still going to go for some... Going to be looking for Salandit, infuriating myself while looking for Salandit, etc. Shiny Hunter Berlin says, thanks for the notification, YouTube. Yeah, it's pretty inconsistent whether it goes up or not. Oh, it didn't notify you. Oh, there you go. I thought you were happy that it finally notified you, but I guess I was wrong. Alright. So let's look. Where I'm in Whale Volcano Park, right? Yeah, Whale Volcano Park. I don't have a sync nature. It's probably night, right? Because it's day for in real life for me. You're shiny hunting Tornadus with the shiny charm. In which game? We're going for shiny only. First shiny is at 10 minutes. I will reset. As you know, I don't. Yeah, I know you don't RNG, but Ultrason, okay. Yeah, because you could do it in a few games, right? You could do Tornadus in ORAS or Ultrason, I think, with Charm. No, hopefully my luck with Salandit is better. No, he's not in black and white too. I don't think any of the genies are catchable in that game. You have to get them from the Dream Radar game if you want them. Alright. Oh my, uh-oh. Oh no, is it a male? That's a male. Okay, never mind. I was about to be like, uh-oh, I may have gotten extremely lucky, but... And I technically did, but it's for male Salandit, so see you later. Hey, Danny, what's going on? Yeah, and you also can't get them shiny from Dream Radar. They're locked in Dream Radar. Which is like, why aren't they... Okay, it's like... If you're... see, this is something I don't understand about Game Freak. They... In Black and White 1, Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus were not shiny locked. Right? But in Dream Radar, they were. Why? Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? It's so weird to me. But, yeah. That's... I don't know. I don't get it. Hey, Rune, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. And then stuff like Ho and Lugia were shiny. Like, every Pokemon in that game was shiny locked. Why? I don't get it. The decisions baffle me. Alright. Wow, I'm getting no low shiny frames. This is so annoying. Is every Pokemon... Is every Pokemon locked in Dream Radar? Yes, I'm almost positive every Pokemon is locked in Dream Radar. No. I understand why they shiny lock legendaries. What I don't understand is why the legendary is shiny locked immediately after not being shiny locked. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know... And they never, and to be clear about something, Game Freak, I don't know that they ever, not ever, but, so like, Dream Radar is an exception to the shiny lock rule that I'm about to state because the whole game was shiny locked for some reason. You know? But basically, they only really shiny lock, or tend to anyway, the box legendaries. 6 minutes for her 1 frame female shiny. Alright, we have a 1 minute shiny that I'm going to go for just because I want to make sure my calibration is still good. It's been a week. 3874. So... So yeah, they only really shiny lock box legendaries. Why didn't Eon Timer beep? My Eon Timer didn't beep. I might have to fix a setting. Yeah, so my point is they... So that whole game was shiny locked. That's clearly the reason. Ashish Shankar. There you go. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Ashish. So yeah, the issue is Like they never, and all of those lower legendaries like Zapdos are like non-box art legendaries really never get shiny locked, with the exception of Mewtwo, I guess, because he wasn't a box legendary. All right, that was only visual. That was super weird. Let me go get it. I have to reopen Eon Timer, I guess. The beeping wasn't happening for me, so there we go. Alright, I fixed the beeping, so I'm just gonna reset and not count it because not having the beeping is insanely confusing. What are your thoughts on the new Pokemon? Let's go. Do you mean the games or like the Pokemon, like the little guy that they revealed? I guess spoilers for anyone who is not interested in knowing the new Pokemon. I think Meltan's kind of cute. I'm fine. I'm surprised it's counting itself as a mythical, but it's pretty cute. Yeah. It's called Meltan, Danny. It's a little guy. He's like a Ditto with like a nut on its head. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I think he's cool. The design could have been better. I mean, its body is too similar to Ditto's. Like, it really does look like they used Ditto's model and were like, hey, let's make this, let's just make this in like a day and we'll be done with it. But the thing about it, it'll be in a newer game, so so I think it's weird. I think it's still cute enough where I'm fine with it. It does feel like a rush design. I'm not using an emulator. I'm playing on a DS. I have a capture card. Yeah. No. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's simple. It has to do with the fact that it just seems like this is literally yeah. I'm not playing on an emulator. Bro, look. Oh, let me. Yeah, I'm playing on a DS. I'm not playing on an emulator. Alright. I'm getting like no shiny frames. This is so crazy to me. Yeah, so oop, I minimized Twitch chat again by accident. And Eon Timer. Yeah, I mean, I literally never hold it, basically. Because when I do the videos like this, it just stays flat. Like, this is how I do it. Like, I play like this because I don't even look at the DS. I look at the screen the whole time. So. You are lurking in the new Ditto's holding a cock ring. I mean, you're not incorrect, Damo. I'll tell you that right now. What version of that is Eon Timer? I forget. It's just a Java version. I forget the name of the guy who made it. You can find it on the RNG subreddit, but you can also find it on my Discord server and the RNG Resources channel. Oh. Hold on. Oh. My coffee is done. you doing? Greetings from Germany, Blisy. Hey, Dark Enify, what's going on? Good to see you here, man. Wow, your tornado shine? That's awesome. Ugh. Alright, we're good to go. I think I was going to reset. The early shine here is 2 minutes, so we're resetting. Got my coffee. It smells delicious. It's way too hot. Way too hot. They made Eon Timer look fancy. It just functions so much better. Like it works without really... I've really not had any technical issues with it, which is my main gripe with old Eon Timer. Oh, wait, no. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. I got you. No, Mama... Okay, Figgy is... Alright, these are my nicknames for the cat. Figgy's chilling somewhere. He's, like, on... I couldn't get a good shot of him because this big chair thing is in the way. Mama is Saffron, my little girl. Figgy, I either just call Fig, or I say Big Man. Hey, what's going on, Big Man? Because he's like a crotchety old... he's such a grump. So, those are my nicknames. He's around here somewhere. Like, I can see him kind of. Man, it's gotten so crazy. Saffron loves him to death. She follows him everywhere. And she just copies everything he does. It's so cute. Alright, we have a 35-second shiny I'm going to go for. Again, testing calibration and whatnot. 2100. But I probably won't be able to get you any... Oh, what are you doing? Mama! Oh, she's gone. I was going to move the camera to show you, but she's down already. Got a shiny Reshiram, Cresselia, Heatran in the last 2 days. That's awesome, Dark Hanify. Goddamn. Alright, my timing was pretty good, so let's see. Ugh. Alright, wasn't shiny. Okay, let's see how far off I was. See, I have a feeling my pre-timer is all winged up. But I did no damage to that Cubone. She's like, yeah, you can't see it. She's like fucking around in the dining room chair. It's super funny. Dining room, the table. We don't have a dining room. I saw no error in my chat either. Saffron, you're gonna get stuck. I wish I could get this for you guys, but it is... She's being very ridiculous. I will take a picture for my girlfriend, though. Stick your head through it again. This is too funny. Mama! What are you doing? I'll send that to her later. Yeah, I have an apartment. I have a kitchen, a living room, which is separated by nothing, a bedroom and a bathroom. Although my walk-in closet's basically big enough to be a room on its own, but it's not. Okay, let's put my phone right on my mouse cable. Try doing RNG with my eyes closed. No, thank you. Alright, we got a Cubone. I don't care. I don't know what the IVs are. Okay, it's 48, 23, 42, 23, 25, 18. I was 4 frames late. Okay, I could do a minor calibration for that. I probably shouldn't. Right? Let's just do 4 divided by... Yeah, you know, fuck it. We'll leave it for now, and then we'll see what's going on here. Is my coffee drinkable yet? I'm very tired. It's totally not. It's way too hot. Alright. Yeah, we just eat on that table over there. Ready, Trip, just want to let you know your Gen 4 RNG videos have helped me immensely. But there's a little mistake in the tree. Yeah, I know. I really need to redo it. Yeah. Oh, man. Yes, it's very embarrassing. Ah, jeez. Yes. Yeah. I either need to redo it or like yeah, or do notification or something on like an annotation. I'm just a big idiot about it. Oh yeah, annotations don't exist. Ah, shit. Well, see you later. Hey, Crummy Joker, what's going on? Yeah. Whew. I cannot wait to cut my hair, guys. I'm so close. I'm so close to being able to cut it off. I'm, like, dying for it to be long enough. Alright, we got a 30-second shiny. Let's go for that. 1806. Feels bad. My girlfriend did that before I met her. She got a bundle of all like 5 games or whatever for $20, not knowing that fakes were like around in a plenty. Why you sad Saiyan, Tom? You're a Saiyan. Saiyans are pretty great. Why aren't you a Stuffle? This is the only route, in my opinion, where I'm going to be RNGing something specific, probably. Maybe. No, wherever I can get an Araquanid, I'll also RNG something specific. But other than that, I'll just be going for whatever I can get, you know? Okay, not a shiny. That one I did feel like I was late on, but we'll see. If I'm 4 frames late, I'll do an adjustment. No doubt about that. Oh, thank you for subscribing, person who's saying Tom. Thank you. Good. I couldn't see it. Okay, so I could just check Tippy's stream. Oh, that sucks, man. Just keep at it. You got to strategize better, I think, probably. Oh, don't call something. Let's go do a lot, actually. Alright. The only Gen 3 game I'm missing is Leaf Green, and I personally probably won't ever buy it. Here's the good thing, Crummy Joker, about a fake emerald is you could still RNG abuse on it, and if you get lucky, like I am, it will be able to trade. So I have one fake emerald. Well, it's my girlfriend's, but she is not using it. I played through it. My fake emerald, I beat the game with the with that like you know, like the speedrunning strategy with the glitch where you can get the bad eggs to just instantly end battles. You know what I mean? It is a fletchling. So I got that glitch happening. 37, 19, 24. And it can trade with the real games. So it was 2 frames earlier. Alright, so no real reason to adjust. I was +4, then -2. It's like, well, what are you gonna do, you know? Did I reset my game after the Elite Four? Or, oh, did my fake emerald automatically do that? No. I don't think so. Mine seems to be working just fine. Hey, Reaper Wolf, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. You're going to trade it when you're done with your badge quest on Fire Red Leaf Green. I just hate Fire Red Leaf Green, man. I was actually considering doing a video about how much I don't like it and why. But I don't know if I want that kind of negativity on my channel. I also don't want to play through it to... I think the thing is, I don't think I need to play through it to get my points across. Luckily, is because a lot of my gripes with it have nothing like they're like static points. I don't no. Okay, a lot of people misunderstand. It's like when I don't like something, you know, when I don't like something, I don't think. You know, I used to have this problem, and I mean, if you ask my girlfriend, I maybe am a little worse with it than I like to admit, but I've genuinely been trying to not. So, like, if you like something that I don't like, that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong or you're dumb or you're stupid or anything like that. Like, you know, you like what you like, and everyone has varying opinions. And I think a lot of the things about games are. People will talk about games as if there's some objective goodness or badness to games. And to be honest, I don't think there is anything objective about a game. Games are such a subjective form of media that anything, even when someone goes, oh yeah, that's a good game, like the statement, that's a good game, is an opinion. Like, you can't speak factually about something being good or not. You know, if you don't like something, it's just not good for you. That's the end of it. And maybe you can learn to like things. I learned to love Metroid games. I used to think they were not for me, and now it's literally one of my favorite franchises ever. Well, the 2D games anyway. I really haven't played 3. So, what I don't like about Fire Red Leaf Green, this is a abridged version. I would go much more in-depth. Okay. I think the game changed nothing. You know, and actually a coworker of mine put it best to me, right? So when I worked in the bakery, there was this guy named Gil. He was really awesome. He was a really nice dude, and he worked as a line cook. And he wasn't really much of a nerd, but he played Pokemon growing up, right? And I worked at the bakery the summer. I hate the post game. I think it's very boring and nothing happens. And I'll talk about that in a second. But he goes to me. He was playing Pokemon Go, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, it made me want to download you know, a Pokemon game on my phone." And so he was like, "So I downloaded the remakes of Red and Blue." And I think he was only a year younger than me, and I'm 26. So he's like, "Yeah, I downloaded the remakes of Red version." And he was like, "And I'm playing this, And he goes, well, why am I playing this if I can't even do all of the fun? He's like, I can't catch a Mew, and I can't get infinite rare candies and Master Balls. What the hell's the point? And I laughed. I was like, yeah, it's a stupid reason, but that's actually one of the reasons I think Fire Red and Leaf Green are worse. Is I think a lot of the glitches in Red and Blue are like exceedingly enjoyable, and it sounds stupid, but I don't know if anyone growing up with Red and Blue had the same experience I did. I literally, like, Missingno was a very well-known trick in my school. Like I had Missingno, like Missingno was a very, very popular thing back in the day, so, like, that was an actual, genuine part of playing Red and Blue version was Missingno. And not being able to do that is actually, like, super lame. And I'm not talking about all of, like, the super in-depth stuff. I'm talking about just catching Missingno, finding all of the level 100 Pokemon above level 100, stuff like that. Clone, yeah. Clone is a big one. The clone glitch. Okay, so add into actual points about Fire Red and Leaf Green, why I don't like them. Okay, so here's the deal. It felt like Red and Blue with no improvements, other than arguably graphics. So what I mean by this is, look at, and to be fair, there was no other remix at the time, like Heart Gold and Soul Silver set a standard of remakes to then disappoint people who played Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, because Omega Ruby, while I do still like those games, yeah, Danny, exactly. And to be fair, so there were no standards, and this was still a lot of people's first Pokemon game. It's fine. So I think the music sucks ass in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I think the GBA, its sound chip is really... It doesn't have a sound chip, first of all, but it is... So, I think... Man, something about the sound font they used just does not sound good to me. I'm not a great musically inclined person, but basically what I can say is that the music in those games come out sounding very grainy and tinny, like grainy and tinny versions of the Game Boy songs. So I don't really like any of the music in Fire Red and Leaf Green. The graphics, I don't know, man. I'm not even... Okay, so here's the things I do like. All the stuff that's from the Gen 3 games, I freaking love. So, like, Ruby and Sapphire, I mean. So the move animations, dude, the way Hydro Pump looks, the way Mudshot looks, those attacks all look sick. I love those. Well, see, here's the thing, Danny. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald music was made for the Game Boy Advanced, right? And this is my, like, theory, basically. Those songs were composed with the GBA in mind, you know what I mean? Like, they were like, okay, we need to make music that works with this sound hardware. For Fire Red and Leaf Green, they were like, we have to take these songs and make them work on this sound hardware. And to me, that is to Fire Red and Leaf Green's detriment. Yeah. So yeah, I think Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald's music is good. I don't think GBA music is inherently bad. I think that it's hard to take something that wasn't meant for the GBA and make it sound good, because it's such a weird thing. So yeah, I don't think it sounds very good. And this also applies to all the sound effects. I don't really like a lot of them, but whatever, that's minor. The graphics, I think they look flat. It's so hard to... It's Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald have this problem in my mind as well, but I don't care as much. The games look like really flat. It sounds like really dumb to say, but I feel like there's no perspective in those games. And even the old Game Boy games had like a, you know, they didn't feel as flat. So I don't know what my problem is with it, but yeah. So those are like In my opinion, those are the two most subjective things I have to say. If someone tells me they like the fire red leaf green music, I can't argue. Like, there's not really much for me to argue, like, to take points and show them and be like, see, this is proof. Like, you know what I mean? There's not much to it other than that. And so I'll just, I'll leave it at that. But I do think I have some points that even people who really love those games could understand. And so the main one is, it felt like there was no Ruby and Sapphire have this problem as well, and it felt like there was no improvements over the previous actual mainline game. So Gold and Silver did a bunch of super sick shit, right? It had day and night cycle. It had it had going back to a previous region. It had animations. The Pokemon would do a little animation, or Crystal had it, but whatever. I had Crystal. I played it as a child. It had animations. The Pokedex was huge. Basically, every Pokemon was catchable in Gold, Silver, Crystal. Basically, I know there's some legendaries and some stuff like the fossils, whatever. Basically, is my point. You could trade back with red and blue versions. There was a real-time clock, which was, the real-time clock was in Ruby and Sapphire. None of these things were in Fire Red and Leaf Green. No Pokemon animations, no day and night cycle. I couldn't catch any Johto Pokemon. Johto wasn't in the game. Johto's connected to... how sick would it have been if Fire Red and Leaf Green was a remake, right? You beat the game as Red, then you go on Red's journey through Johto and then you end up on Mount Silver, and then you could even fight Gold from the perspective of Red. Like, you get to the top of Mount Silver, and then it's like, and then, you know what I mean? Like, how sick would that be? No. I'm talking about the main game. When you look at, like, you couldn't get a fucking Crobat. Are you kidding me? What's the point of Zubat if I can't get Crobat? Like, what's the point? Like, all of the evolutions suck. Like, I want those evolutions, man. I want Steelix. I want Crobat. I want Scizor. Those should just be in the goddamn game. I don't know why they're not. Yeah. And so as for the post game, I think it's very boring. None of those islands, so this again is a more subjective point, but I will say this. None of those islands have a lot to do on them, right? I think the best part of the post game is Mount Ember, because that's where, it's a fun, big dungeon where Moltres is. That's fine. But the rest of them, there's just nothing to do on these islands. It's just routes and routes and routes and routes and routes and like one town on each set of islands. And it's like, you're not exploring for anything. Like, there's nothing there. It's just if a bunch of routes were connected together and they led nowhere but back to each other. And it's like, well, and I get it. The post game to go to get Team Rocket. I didn't think it was particularly memorable. It just felt like a kind of rehashing of the Team Rocket story, or their typical dungeon layout. It was just like a chore to get. Like, the only reason I ever do that post game, is specifically to slot 2. I don't know who's in slot 2. I'll go for it though. The only reason I ever do that post game is just so I can trade. I don't do it because I think it's fun. There are post games I do because I think they're fun. Yes, Ultra Sun and Moon's post game, fun. What other post games are fun? Ooh, Black Tower, White Tree Hollow. They're fun, but only if you like battling. So I understand if people don't like that. Okay, a lot of people give white versions post game some shit, like regular white version. But I think looking for... Well, did I catch up on SU? Oh, Steven Universe. Oh, no, I haven't watched it. I'm sorry. White version, I loved hunting the sages down, because the sages take you to several towns and areas you couldn't have been to before, kind of opening up the world, like that Dream Yard place, or, you know, other stuff like that, so... So it's like, well, you know. And listen again, if you love Fire Red and Leaf Green, like... Ulfswag, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Oh, I didn't know you could get Kangaskhan here. That's definitely not the encounter slot I was aiming for, but that's fine. Oops, I opened up RNG Reporter. Close that. Where's Eon Timer? There we go. So, you know, if you like Fire Red and Leaf Green, like, listen, man, I'm not going to tell you you're dumb for liking it. You know, I like plenty of games. Whoa, that did a lot of damage. Oh, boy, it's a beefy girl. Rainbow Rocket episode was super fun. A little too short, in my opinion, but I still really liked it. Very fun. I also really liked Delta episode, but maybe that's just because... Oh. Maybe I just like the Delta episode because of it was literally like child wish fulfillment of going to space in a Hoenn game. I think they had to know the rumors, right? That's why they put it in. Listen, man, you can like things for different reasons. I realistically don't really enjoy Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon, but I do like RNGing on them, so it's like I technically like them, it's just for a different reason than usual. Oh my god, oh, it's probably got early bird, right? God damn it. Well, maybe I'll put it to sleep and then just try and catch it. I don't know. I like a lot of things about Sun and Moon. I don't like the actual game, like the overworld. What about Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum? Heart Gold, Soul Silver, amazing. Like 10 out of 10 games, dude. Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Listen, I have a lot of nostalgia for Pearl and Platinum, or Pearl and Diamond. I think they've aged very poorly. I think even their biggest supporters would have to agree that they're not great anymore. Platinum has aged much better than those two games, and I really like it still. Also, Platinum is the only Pokemon game I've never played in English. No, I've never played Pearl in English either. But I have played Diamond in English, so... yeah. Ultra Sun and Moon would have been... Yeah, I mean... They released... Okay, Ultra Sun and Moon didn't have enough differences, and were too... like, they were released so close to Sun and Moon. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get what they were going for. I enjoyed them at the end of the day. I felt it was better than Sun and Moon, but... they had to understand how that could leave a bad taste in fans' mouths. And I hope they have learned from that and they don't really do it again. Well, Ultra Sun and Moon had some... I mean, okay, I think the perfect Alola game, first of all, would quit it with the railroading, alright? Let me get to some towns early. Let me do some things, you know, let me have some choices into which... I don't need, right? I don't need a non-linear game, okay? But, like, there are just routes that are blocked off for no reason. Why can I not go to that hotel where you get to Aether Paradise from, you know, with the beach with the Pyukumuku on it. Why can't I just go there and do the Pyukumuku game? Like, why can't I just get there? I should be allowed to go there even if there's no story reason. You know what I mean? Ultra Sun and Moon doesn't let me take the boat with Professor Kukui. Why? Why does he not let me take the boat? Like, it's a fake choice. Just let me take the boat. Why don't you let me take the boat? So, you know. And then on top of that, I always like it in games if you're able to do gyms slightly out of order, even a little bit. You know, like Heart Gold Soul Silver has some gym out of order potential you could do. You can get to price before you get to the other two, so I think that's fine. Okay. On top of that, I think basically the way it should go is the story should be the story from Sun and Moon, except Lily shouldn't leave. I think Gladion leaving is better, right? I think Gladion leaving is better. Then, I think the post-game should be Rainbow Rocket and Ultra Necrozma. You can buy, like, I don't know, you can leave it as two separate post-games, but yeah. Why can't games be like Pokemon Origins? This is something I actually, Braylon, this is something people always use as a detractor. They're like, you can't have an open world RPG, and it's like, okay, but you just have dynamic level scaling, right? Oh, oops, didn't mean to do that. Like, you just have dynamic level scaling. You know, you pick what town you want to start in or something. You know, you go to whatever route you're on, and the trainers just change their levels based on how many badges or whatever that you have. I don't think it'd be that complicated. Maybe the reason that couldn't have been done, maybe it was not possible for the, you know, the DS and 3DS with all of the technology packed into the game. It wasn't possible for them to do that because it is limited hardware. But at the other, you know, on the other side of it, you know, Super Mario 64 is full 3D on the original DS. Metroid Prime Hunters is like basically a Quake 3D on the DS original full 3D FPS. Like, you're telling me Pokemon couldn't have dynamic level scaling? I don't know what you're talking about. So, I don't know. And I mean, I like all Pokemon games. I've played Fire Red twice. You know, so it's not like I hate the game. I just think it's the worst Pokemon game, and I don't really think I'll play it again, probably. Yeah. So, and I mean, Kanto basically lets you do gym badges in any. Oh, you know what? This is like a really minor nitpick about Fire Red and Leaf Green. I hate that they changed the water to tea for the guards, because I actually got stuck there because I bought the guards water and they wouldn't drink it, and I didn't understand why. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a complete idiot, but because it was a remake, I expected it to function similarly, and because that one specific thing was completely different, I didn't understand. You know what I mean? It was like, why what the heck? So, alright, I have a shiny at a minute 10. I'll go for 4242. All right. Oh. Oh, my nose is so itchy. No. Okay. Danny, you're right. That's why they changed it to T. My issue is it's in the wrong spot. It's in a completely different spot. Isn't it with, like, the guy with the Eevee building, basically? Personally, I think a better solution would be, when you go to that vending machine, you find one bottle of water already in there, and you take it for free. But then, you know, it's a consumable, and they could use it, so. Alright, well, not shiny, I'm just gonna go ahead. I should probably have adjusted, but I don't know. Yeah, it was very confusing for me. I understand why they did it. You're right. That makes sense. It makes perfect sense. But I was just a dumb, impatient high schooler, and I was, like, mad. You know, Darkanify asked me a little while ago, to get off a subject of negativity, what my favorite evil team is. And I really like... Man, it's hard, to be honest with you. I think the worst... Oof. Okay, I like... Man, either the Hoenn teams or Plasma in Black and White 1. Black and White 1 was a very interesting team because, you know, you get the feeling that a lot of people probably did actually join because of Pokemon animal rights style things, and it all turned out to be a lie. You think Gen... Oh man, Gen 5 are my favorite games, and I love a lot of the Pokemon from them. I love Garbodor. Unironic love for Garbodor. Team Galactic. Interesting. Ofex, can you make your best imitation of Wobbuffet? Will I do that? Oops. I don't feel like doing... I don't know. It's not in me right now. I'm not feeling it. I don't know what it is. Okay. Alright. Garbodor, to me, is really funny. It's a very long-running inside joke between me and my friend Blake. But Garbodor is particularly funny to me, and I have a very good soft spot for him. Stego-chan says hi. Hello. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I mean, I really like Garbodor. He's very funny to me. I'll never use him in, like, battle or something, and I've used him in a playthrough once, I think. He's just really funny to me. Him and Trubbish are very funny. No, I haven't streamed in about a week, probably. Alright, I should be able to catch this and calibrate. After I catch this, I'll probably have to go to the bathroom. God damn, that was good coffee. Yeah, I think I was partially so tired because my work was finally picking back up. The amount of money I made was like very good, and it was just like you know, a lot of people are back to, like, one of my clients who I would walk their dog for 1 hour twice a day, you know, they were teachers. So I basically didn't walk that. I walked that dog once a week through the summer, you know. So now I'm walking it twice a day. Like, I'm just getting a lot more work. So I'm tired. Nope, it's 45 defense. 23, 28, 19. Did I type something wrong? 52, 28, 45, 23, 28, 19. Did I get the wrong seed? Huh. I must have got the wrong seed. Yeah, that's probably partial of the reason I have to, I have some cleaning and chores to do at, noon. No, probably, maybe closer to noon 30, but still. Well, that's shinies for you. They take a while. Ugh. Really? Maybe we could go like this. No, let's do this just in case. See what's going on down here. Okay, this is even a little too far for me. Alright. Yeah, no, it's possible. It's just rare. Yeah, that's like my preferred technique, is to wait for multiple frames in a row. Do I miss messages, or am I skipping them because you write too much? I don't know. What did I miss? I don't think I saw anything I missed. Alright. Oh! It's 13 minutes for one frame? Ugh, guys, I don't know if I'm about that life. I haven't had any real attempts for it, though, yet. I'm not doing that. It's too much. 13 minutes for one frame. I saw the message about Embor, but I used it to talk about Gen 5. Yes, I do have to go to the bathroom. I just kind of forgot. I used it to talk about Gen 5 as a whole rather than just Embor. Embor's kind of ugly, but whatever. I like Tepig. Like, you know. This is why you don't RNG? What do you mean? Calculate. 31 minutes for a one frame window. No, thank you. Reset. Oops, open RNG Reporter. Yeah, I mean, it's much faster. Okay, so okay, in real life, I would go for 9 really. Okay. Off stream, I would go for that 13-minute Salandit if I wanted it shiny. On stream, I don't, because I think it makes for a less engaging stream. So that's what I mean. So that's why I didn't go for that 13 frame window. I just don't think it's like, oh, 13 minutes for 1 frame, like that's a long time, like, you know, what am I going to do in those 13? I got to fill it with something else. I just don't think it's a great, you know. Again, there is a certain suspense to waiting 13 minutes to see if it's the one, but I'm really happy you're live streaming because I'm cleaning and this definitely takes my mind off it. I'd rather listen. Yeah, I understand. I'm the same way, where I need to like listen to music or a podcast or something to help me get through chores. The lack of stimulation while doing chores is very awful for me. But I think that's just because of my ADD. And I'll drink coffee to energize myself, but the coffee only makes my ADD worse. So it's like, well, that didn't help very much, did it? But sometimes I need the coffee because I don't sleep very well. Whose Eevee do I pick from the house? Well, who knows? Just some guy, I guess. You steal some poor dude's Eevee. Okay, I actually have to do the bathroom very bad. So I'm going to play an ad and go to the bathroom. Oh. Hi, Mama. Taking a good... I'm going to take my phone. Hey, Mama. Alright. Hello again. I'm back. Alright. Hey, what's up, Michael? Thank you for stopping by. Shiny Collector 98 also had a very bad understanding of what an RNG clone was. He said if you use the same frame to catch a Pokemon, it's an RNG clone. And to me, that's ridiculous. Wow. If I was willing to wait 4 hours, I would have a guaranteed shiny Salazzle. 4 hours. What am I doing in 4 hours? Fuck, I'd actually have to be leaving for D&D by then. I would literally put it down and wait. Fuck it, guys. We're gonna go for this 12-minute shiny frame. Why not, right? 46524. All right. We have 12 minutes. Okay, so yeah, okay, my main point, and I made a video about this, but I think I wasn't articulate enough and my examples weren't good enough. But basically, a shiny, an RNG clone is not, okay, in specifically Emerald's case, you should not, as a shiny hunter, be punished for ignorance of the way Emerald's RNG works. Let's say someone has an early shiny frame, and they go to shiny hunt an Emerald through soft resetting or through random encounters, and they get that Pokemon multiple times. You should not go up to that person and go, but Emerald's RNG is broken. You have a bunch of RNG clones. Those are not legitimate. Doing that is not only shitty, but it's not their fault. Like, they are ignorant of the way the game works. The game is broken. The game is functioning completely as it's supposed to. You know what I mean? Like, this person didn't work around the system to get a bunch of clones. You should not be forced as a shiny hunter, forcing your morals about shiny RNG clones onto other people. And so, I also believe, yeah, it's in the game. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, you can forcibly avoid it through various means. Like, you know, if you do the battle video method, you will forcibly avoid it. You will avoid it if you do battle video method. But that's such a large workaround for someone who might only be casually into hunting. All right. On top of that, how is a Pokemon a clone of a Pokemon if they are two different Pokemon? If I use my early shiny frame, as I did in my Ruby version, to catch two Pokemon at 1 minute and 30 seconds, they all have the same stats, the same nature, but guess what? They're a different species. Like, therefore, they are not clones. You know what I mean? It's like, they're not clones. And then what do you do about eggs? Eggs are very interesting in, everything about the Pokemon will be identical except the Pokemon itself. But I think by definition that is not a clone because they are two separate Pokemon. And the game allows naturally for that to occur. You have done nothing wrong. Okay, on to eggs. Eggs are so... Eggs are generated in 2 steps, the PID and the IVs. You can have 2 Pokemon who actually have the same exact, from an egg anyway, who are the same species and have the same exact personality value, which determines nature's shininess, right? But they have completely different IVs. Are they clones of each other? What if you do 2 Pokemon who have the same exact personality value and the same exact IVs from eggs, but they're 2 separate Pokemon with actually different parents? You go to... I think it's... Hold on, let me find the website, Braylon. You go there, Braylon. What is the Verlisify news joke bag? I'm gonna Google it. Why does this dude upload 3 videos a day? Oh god, I hate him. I want to get a beater so I can breed exactly 6. That is pretty funny. It's like the 6 Magikarp guy. Don't pay. It's really easy. The guide takes you step by step. I personally would never pay for that kind of thing. It's not worth it because they can also mess it up. No one is perfect. Joke bag, what is the news? He called someone a pedophile? Is he an actual pedophile? Verlis called Weedle Twineedle a pedo. I don't know who Weedle is. I hope I get it, man. I mean, that's a pretty serious accusation, but I will not watch Verlisify's videos because I don't like him. So I cannot even stand to listen to his grating, annoying, screeching voice for more than 1 millisecond before I actually want to blow my goddamn brains out. I know that may sound hyper-aggressive, but in my defense, I drank a lot of coffee, so I'm hyper, and also I really don't like him, so. BlisyPaint. You know, he actually didn't block me on Twitter after I messaged him about no, wait. He made a tweet about RNG abuse is cheating, and I actually tweeted at him saying it's not, and he didn't block me. I actually couldn't believe it. Ugh. What do you agree on BlisyPaint about? RNG abuse is cheating. Get the Damo, get the fuck out of here. Damo's a fucking troll. He blocked your comments on his live stream. I actually am wondering where that Fortnite kid is. I want him to show up. No, Damo is joking. Damo fucking comes to all of my streams and made my layout. Fucking wing. And he played D&D with me. Or I DM'd a game for... I DM'd a one-shot for him and a few other people. For 2 of my sponsors. Oh, Damo, actually, I had a really fun, I had a really fun one-shot session with my, what is... The guy, he was my friend who you played with. He played the Human Paladin. His, I don't remember his stupid name. He had a dumbass name. But his tag was Envy or whatever. I can't believe you guys don't even recognize Damo. You've all talked to him before, I'm certain. Anyway, yeah, the guy Envy, he played the Human Paladin, whose fucking name I know it was funny, I just can't remember it. I could turn on you and rep for Liz Army. No. He's some asshole who makes Pokemon videos. He's got very hard... Okay, so the long story short about BlisyPaint. BlisyPaint, if you really want to be like as simple as possible, he's got very hardline opinions. Very, very hardline opinions. But his opinions, he does not treat as opinions. He treats as facts. And anyone who disagrees with them, he basically just blocks. Which, you know, that would be fine. It'd make him like a little bitch, but that'd be fine. But also the big thing is... he is very aggressive towards other people. He's known for some like minor bouts of harassment towards other YouTubers and stuff. And he there's another big thing. Oh, he like lies a lot. Like he makes these sets, right? No, he's probably my age, right? Like at least 23, I think. I could be wrong. He's old though. He's in his 20s. Yeah. He will talk about how good a set is that he makes and uses and says, this is the best set. I have used this set and it wins me things, but he actually doesn't win very frequently. So it's like, you know, well, it's like, I don't go showing sets off and then saying, I'm very good. Like, I will use shitty sets and then I'll use, oh yeah, he's, well, it's hard to talk about politics through Pokemon channels, but he's a very vocal and active Trump supporter through which he has defended the KKK and Nazis because he believes that white people are being, like, run out of America. And, like, listen, if you believe that's actually true, we have such harsh disagreements, there's no point in talking about it. I was way too early. Ugh. I was so early, guys. We're not getting this Salandit. This is a DS stick through and through. I missed this by a fucking country mile. God damn it. I missed this by a fucking country mile, guys. Motherfucker. Oh, man. I choked, guys. I choked so hard. I bet this is a 16 female. Oh, it's 19. It's still female. Okay, I will go briefly into some things about politics. I believe attempting to avoid politics is pretty irresponsible because, you know, actually, hold up. Can we talk about, we're gonna fucking wind the clock back for a fucking quick second. Damo, yeah, I was surprised you actually agree with me on this, Damo. I don't know your political opinions in full, but I know we differ on a lot of points. But yeah, you're right. Basically, white people are, and we're not even being run out. We're still a fucking majority. It's so funny. Okay, that's a fair statement. That is fair, Stego. All right, but basically, my point is, and you know, you don't have to agree with me, but basically, politics is sort of intrinsic to. People say politics is different from who you are as a person, and I don't necessarily believe that's entirely true. And the best example I have of this is so to fully put this out there, right? I have voted Democrat in every election ever. But I do not pick my candidates blindly, right? I pick candidates that this candidate I only pick candidates that actually correspond to my values, right? And I vote Democrat because my values tend to line up heavily with Democrat values, right? I don't just vote Democrat because I blindly support them, okay? That's an important part, I think, is to note. So basically, so the best example is my uncle, right? My uncle is a hardline Republican, and he doesn't believe universal healthcare should exist, right? This is a very important thing to mention, okay? And so my uncle believes this, and we're at Christmas Eve maybe 2 or 3 years ago, right? And him and my dad were talking about politics, and they were talking about, oh, you should treat employees right. And he goes, and his example is my uncle lives in New Jersey, right? And this is so weird if you don't live in or near New Jersey, but in New Jersey, you are not allowed to pump your own gas, okay? I don't live in New Jersey, but I live right near the border, okay? So you're not legally, you will get, like, fined and ticketed if you try and pump your own gas. You have to wait for a person to come up and they pump the gas for you. You can't even get out of your car unless you're going to, like, go inside and buy something or pay for something. And even if you're paying for gas, you have to pay the guy. So yeah, it's very weird. It's if you don't live in or near New Jersey, so you can't pump your own gas. Damo, that's exactly my point. You support politicians, not parties. I'm not a Democrat because I'm a blind Democrat. I vote Democrat because the people I look into, they preach things that I'm like, yes, I agree with that, and I vote for them because of that. Yes, exactly, Demo. That's exactly it. Okay, so back to so my uncle goes, you know, universal health care and giving your employees health care is one thing, but treat them right. For example, I was driving home one day, and it was winter, and the gas station attendant didn't even have gloves. And I had just bought a new pair of gloves, and I had to give, and I was like, do you have gloves, guy? And the guy was like, no, I can't afford them. And he's like, your employer doesn't give you gloves for the winter? Because he works an outdoor job. And he was like, no, we don't get gloves here. We get nothing here. We have to bring our own equipment. And my uncle sighs and gives him his gloves. And so I go to my uncle. I'm like, okay, where's your line then? What is treating employees right? Why should it have been mandatory for this guy to get free gloves for his job, but not health care? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where is the line? And the line it comes down to is he just doesn't want to pay for health insurance for someone else. But despite the fact that that's how private health insurance works, if you're buying private health insurance you are paying for other people's health insurance until you use it. That's the same way how public health insurance works. You know, you put the money into the company saves the money and then gives it out. You know, if you're not going, if you pay your health insurance bill that month, right? It doesn't, and you don't go to the doctor or anything that month. It doesn't go into some private fund for your family. So, yeah, it just sucks. It just made no sense. So it was just very stupid. Like he had no, like, you know what I mean? Like, he has no line. Like, it's just, you know, no. And, you know, you could disagree about this kind of thing all you want with all other people. I'm not here to start a politics channel too much, but, you know, I will talk about things that are, like, important to me. Did I have the wrong fucking seed? Are you kidding me? 48, 22, 26, 34, 26, 36. Oh, no. What happened? Did I wait 12 minutes for a wrong seed? $48, 22, 26, 34, 26, 36. Weird. I don't understand what happened. I got the seed wrong? Really? I don't really, like, ever get the seed wrong. That's very odd to me. That's so weird. What the heck? U.S. education, it's about how much you're willing to pay for it. When over here, it's... the U.S. education system is not great. Colleges are far too expensive, and... and starting jobs don't really pay enough. When you compare college prices to inflation, they don't really match up. Colleges need to be cheaper in order to make sense here. We have 45-second slot 5, level 19 shiny. We'll go for it. It's only 45 seconds, right? 2730. Oh, okay. So I actually wanted to talk about. I know you guys are talking about something else. Actually, who mentioned Pimp Night when BlisyPaint flamed Pimp Night? Who mentioned that? Was it Joke Bag? Okay, so get... Oh, that's actually really weird. Our public education system involves spending no money until college. College is the only thing you have to pay for. Yeah, we don't... it's public. I mean, and there's still problems with the public education system because the schools are supported by tax money. If you are poor, you just can't... Your school just sucks because your whole neighborhood's poor, which is not cool. The only places where you can pay for schools like that... I mean, you could technically just pay to go to a private school. But New York City is pretty similar to that, where you apply to schools and stuff, and you can go anywhere. Anyway, Pimp Night. So this is something insane to me. All right. So I watched a few of Pimp Night's videos. Hey Mike, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. Okay. So I watched a few of Pimp Night's videos, and I was like, let me explain something. I didn't think they were very interesting. They weren't that funny. I didn't hate him or nothing. Like, this is not me shitting on Pimp Night, okay? His videos were not for me. I think they're fun. Like, if you like them, that's fine. So he's fine. Like, whatever. Like, he seems like a very nice guy. Okay? His content wasn't for me. I'm not trying to be even remotely upsetting or mean to him or his fans. Okay? Anyway. Right? So I just assumed, I knew him from Gen 4, Llama Leaf on the Wind. Yeah, sure, what's the question? And welcome to the stream, by the way, thank you. Okay, so I actually knew him from Gen 4. I doubt, he wouldn't know the name I'm a Blisy, but he might remember Disaster Piece if you ask him. I know he watched my videos sometimes, back in the day. So I knew him from Gen 4, and if you understand what it was like to play Pokemon in Gen 4, you'd understand, every YouTuber just genned their Pokemon, right? Every YouTuber just Pokesabbed all their Pokemon because breeding was so shitty. It was horrible and dumb, and breeding was bad. Every Poketuber just hacked their Pokemon in the game because it was easy, right? So, I see Pimp Night's modern day videos, right? And they are, you know, these ridiculous teams with these insane sets, and, like, he gets them out, like, every few days or so, right? And I'm like, I just, in my head, going, okay, this guy's a Gen 4 battler, he has these stupid-ass sets, he just Pokegens all his Mons in, right? You know, I just assumed he Pokegenned all his Pokemon in modern day, because all the sets were so insane and stupid and, like, you know what I mean? So I actually watched his defense video against BlisyPaint, and he starts talking about stuff, and then he goes, and he says, and now for the accusation that I hack my Pokemon, and I'm like, what do you even care? What do you care about that accusation? And he goes on a very large, pretty much proof that he does not gen his Mons. And I was pretty fucking surprised. I don't know, man. I think he's probably not lying. It was pretty... If he told me he didn't gen in Gen 4, I would have been like, you know what? With all the... Listen, there was a few people who definitely bred in Gen 4. I'm pretty sure he doesn't hack his Pokemon. Yeah. And then he showed off his collection of all those fucking giveaway carts he used. Needless to say, I was surprised, okay? I could not believe. Listen, if he turned out to be genning, I wouldn't think less of him. I would actually only think less of him if he was actually lying about it, you know what I mean? Because I could show all of the same proof he has and say, look, I never hack, and I could easily hack Pokemon, and if I fucking felt like it. Like, I have a Gen 4 action replay, and I have a hacked 3DS. It'd be hella easy. But I don't. I mean, nowadays I tend to not. I tend to not hack, really. Oh, that sucks, man. Can't you buy a new suit belt? I thought you could buy all those items again. Well, my theory is he also partially probably, I mean, he definitely gets those battles from streams. I'm sure he has so many Pokemon that he can just take one and just, you know what I mean, just do it. You know, I'm more inclined to trust someone. I'm inclined to trust somebody. My initial assumption was that he was hacking because he's a Gen 4 battler. But I'm inclined to believe him. Like, whatever, fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. Shiny Hunter Braylon, you should, even though you don't like RNG abuse, you should RNG abuse for your trainer ID to get Cute Charm. It's definitely more legitimate than Action Replay. I don't care what Hamster Bomb tells anybody. RNG is just as hacked as Action Replay. Get that shit out of here, Hamster Bomb. Yeah, you could RNG abuse on all of them. Hamster Bomb is good. No, he's not. Yeah, I mean, saying Action Replay is as hacked as AR is quite the dubious claim. Why is I mean, he said that Action Replay was as hacked as RNG, which it's just not. You know, RNG is no hacks in it. There's no hacks. You don't need to hack. Ban Mike Shaw. I'm not gonna ban someone for having a different opinion. If he likes Hamster Bomb, whatever. RNG is not hacked. Yeah, he claims they are hacked. Oh. One of these days, dude, I'm worried. One of these days, one of these fucking YouTubers is just gonna like find my dumb. I mean, listen, big YouTubers can find me. Fucking what's his face found me. Cute Charm is a glitch. It's not a hack. Yeah, so, fucking Hoodlum Scrafty found out who I was. But my fear is one of these days, I'd rather eat a tarantula or have my mom find all my secrets out. I don't really have any secrets, so my mom finding my secrets out. So, like, one of my fears is one of these fucking big YouTubers like Verlis, or, I mean, Hamster Bomb's not that big, but he's much bigger than I am. Will fucking find out who I am and just make a goddamn hit piece on me. I think it'd be kind of funny, but I do have a deep-seated fear that will happen. My only I actually have a minor collaboration idea. I would like to teach a full odd shiny hunter how to RNG abuse to show them my world and why it's not cheating. What? I mean, I shit talk them. I shit talk Hamster Bomb and Velicify a lot. Like, I say very mean things about them all the time because I don't like them. I do. It's very sad. He has a lot more subscribers than me, but we actually average about the same views. It's 40 a video? I thought he was getting like 1,000. I knew for a while I was definitely... I'm going to YouTube him. Let me see. My videos... he has 20,000... He has 18,000 subs. He uploads a lot more frequently than me. His Pokemon videos get like 400 views, 500 views. What do I get? Ignoring my playthrough videos. Oof, God, I haven't uploaded a fucking video in a minute, dude. My last real video was my uploading of a Gen 4 battle, which got 700 views. Alright, you know, you fucking got me, Damo. When I upload videos, they get slightly more views than him. Ugh, I should actually upload fucking videos, dude. God damn it. Ugh, I'm just fucking tired all the time and I don't do it. Fucking idiot. Do I really need 2 Gen 4 games? No, you don't. I'm a chance. You're in a little Ninetales. Well, welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. To provide... I think RNGing is a very fun way to shiny hunt, yes. I mean, I think if Elisify attacked me, it'd probably end up a net positive for me, right? Because it would come out like I'm a nice guy, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just do this, you know, just these little videos here. I just chill out, have a good time. Would I rather wax my legs or slap a blind kid? Am I nice enough to not slap that blind kid? I actually have an early frame for this. I don't know. How old's the kid? Because to me, even a 16-year-old is a kid at this point. That's how fucking old I am. Alright, I would not slap... He's 12. Alright, no, I wouldn't slap him. Basically, anyone under 13, I wouldn't slap. I would slap... No. Demo, if he was 14 and a dickhead, I would slap him. But if he's 12... Because, like, you know, you're so young when you're 12. Like, you're so young. Like, I don't really mind slapping a teenager. The only thing you don't like about RNG is you... See, I'm the opposite, man. I fucking love like putting in the work for an RNG and just getting it, dude. I feel so goddamn good about myself. He's 12 and crippled. No, I wouldn't slap him. Again, he's 14 and he's a dickhead. I would slap him. If he's 14, he's a dickhead, and he's in a wheelchair, maybe I wouldn't slap him. Because that's a lot to be going through when you're 14. If he was born crippled, there's a difference. Because when you're born, it's still a lot to deal with, but yeah. How... Slap me. I am 60. I'm not gonna slap you, dude. They're harder than RNG. Yeah. I agree. I'm not interested in either game, so that's a positive for me. Ultimate is not my jam, and neither is the oldest person I'd slap. A good question, Red Rocket. 80? I don't know, man. My grandpa's almost 90. I would slap him. It doesn't... It's actually... Okay, it doesn't matter how old they actually are. It matters how old they seem. If that makes sense. Like, my grandpa, who is 89, is much... Like, he's very active. He's in good health. My other grandpa is, like, I think at least 6 years younger than him. Don't call anyone. No help, no help, no help. God damn it. Ugh. So my other grandpa is much younger than him, but... Oh, I can't switch out because I'm trapped. And I'm burned. Are you kidding me with this shit? See, my other grandpa is younger than him, but seems older because... No, he's just more inactive. He's fat. He let himself get older. I don't know. So I would slap my older grandpa, but not my younger one. If that makes sense. Yeah, I guess. Why not? If it's his actual last wish, I'd slap him. That's an easy last wish to deliver, even if it's fucking weird. Like, I'm very capable. If I'm capable of providing someone with such an easy last wish, why would I not slap them? I think that's a nice thing to do. It's so easy to fulfill. I'm not murdering him, you know what I mean? Like, murdering someone as their last wish is very hard to do. I could not take a human's life, probably. Wink. So I'm sorry he dies. No, I wouldn't do that. How to RNG Seed works like that? I'm sorry. I don't understand what you said. Jake is threatening BlisyPaint's life right now. I could take him. I could take... But I fight dirty. Like, I would bite him and stuff. Is it easier for the honey RNG? You only do honey RNG to... Oh, no. I think Legendary is a little easier than honey, personally. Maybe he'd like to be bitten, though. That's actually scary. Alright, I have to fucking wing attack. I don't want it to die, because I want to know how fucking far off I am, but... Amen. Oh boy, here we go with this shit. Don't die, please. Oh, thank Jesus. I think in the Gen 4 and 5 games, Sweet Scent Hunts are the same amount of difficulty. MMA fight for charity. No, fuck you. Yeah. So I think I think in Gen 4 and 5, it's the same difficulty. When you start Eon Timer, when you load the game overworld, that's the same timing. Why are you not getting caught? What is this? It's at like 1 health. Magme, get in my Pokeball. Oh my god. Can you believe this shit? Why is he not getting caught? Gen 3 sweet set. I don't even remember. Wait, no, not this one, not this one, not this one. I need the sleep powder. Gen 3 Sweet Scent is definitely harder than Stationary, just because the method it ends up using can be random. I don't have a better Pokeball than it. Uh-oh. Now I'll live this. Yeah. I have no Ultra Balls. Great Balls are the best Pokeball I have for this Pokemon. Mag... Alright, Stega-chan. I don't know. It's unexpected. Alright, you know what? Maybe I need to ask you to politely leave, Stego. Alright, why was this not my Salandit, goddammit? Alright, let's see. It was a Magby. 42, 31, 19, 30, 28. I'm so scared it's just not the even right seed again. I was 80 frames off. 80 frames late. That's interesting. And also makes no sense. Alright. I took the chance. I feel like a better person. I can't argue that. You did what your heart told you to do. Sometimes I must have fidgeted. Well, Elon Musk is getting sued by that guy he called a pedophile. I don't understand what's going on with that guy. How can I be over a second off? I don't know. Well, fidgeting definitely plays a part in it. Right. If my character fidgeted even, you know, a little bit, it advances the frames extremely heavily. Maybe an NPC is in the range and I don't know it. I don't think that's true, though. I don't know. He called the... He called the lead rescue for the kids in the Thailand cave a pedophile. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna get a Salandit shiny in this video. Oh, he smoked weed. Well, okay, the weed smoking thing he got shit for because basically if like a poor or black person smoked weed on that program, they probably like he basically didn't get in trouble. Like a lot of crimes in America are... You can get away with them if they're rich, as long as it's not like, you know what I mean? Like murder, basically. And even then. So, like, you know, if a rich person does a petty crime or something like that, they can just, like, literally pay a lot of money and not go to jail. I don't do drugs. I've never done any. I've never smoked weed. I barely drink, really. And because of that, I'm like a fucking super lightweight. So I get fucked up really fast. OJ was fucking crazy. That whole situation was insane. I don't know if that was because of money. That was just like a... That was like a perfect storm for him to get off, man. I need to lean back. I'd rather buy shit than buy drugs. Yeah. Well, me too. Oh god, I'm tired. Man, I fucking tried, dude. I cannot figure that shit out for my life. What I need to do... part of the issue is definitely... I don't... yeah, I just can't figure it out. Let's just leave it at that. I've tried. I've tried several times to figure it out. I can't get it to work. Maybe it's just I don't know the I'm thinking personally, I just don't know I don't know the shaking grass well enough. I was actually arguing with someone about this because of that Supreme Court Justice guy getting nominated. And people were like, oh, he's... people were like, what, do you have a problem with due process? Like, because people don't want him to, you know, be in office because of the rape accusation, right? Or attempted sexual assault allegation. And, you know, I think, one, it's important to always, at the start, believe the victim and take the accusation seriously. But I don't think anyone's trying... it's just funny to me because it's like, no. No one is trying to avoid due process. But, like, you don't think the process for his inauguration should be stopped because of such a serious thing or slowed down or something like that? Because when you take a look at it... it's... Imagine he gets into office and he had committed that crime. It's like, well, shit. And even then, if something is past the statute of limitations, like for example, O.J. Simpson was not convicted of his crime. He did that. He 100% killed those two people. But he was not convicted. He was not guilty. Would you want that guy in fucking office? No. You take the claim serious, right? So, you don't take the guy, like, you do an actual investigation. You know what I mean? Like, like if a girl reports, like I've been raped, like, for a long time there was a lot of, like, I'm not explaining the nuance well, I think, basically. It's you should believe her at first, at face value, and then you do a proper investigation. You know what I mean? Like, you don't believe her unquestionably throughout the end. You know what I mean? But it should always be something that should be taken seriously, and I think that claim... that statement, that worry comes from women not being taken seriously for such a long time. Like, people would be like, oh, you dressed promiscuity, or you were drunk, or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, take her claim serious, look into the case, interview the guy, interview witnesses. You know what I mean? Like, take the woman's statement seriously. Man, I get it. I could get a guarantee shiny in 3 hours. So, yeah, I'm not saying believe her unquestionably throughout the entire process. No. I would never say that. You know, it's just like any other crime. You know, if someone says I got robbed, like, you fucking take it as a serious rob. And then, you know, if the fucking cops start to see something fishy, yes. So I agree with you. They are. There is a big issue in people are presumed. And I think part of the issue, Damo, is a lot of these claims come through social media as opposed to the law, and so then people will just support the person who made the claim. But at the same time, I think a lot of women might go through social media because they thought the law wasn't helping. Like, maybe they made the claim and no one, you know what I mean? No one did anything about it. Yeah, it's hard with cases that are extremely old for sexual. So, like, where's the proof? You know what I mean? But again, a lot. No, I'm not saying people are not guilty until proven innocent. That's not what I'm saying. But I do think a big thing is a lot of people claim through social media, and it's very odd, I guess. Like, that's where a lot of outrage comes from. Like, there's a lot of quick whiplash outrage because, you know, people will bring up these things, you know, through media instead of through law. Well, okay, if you've claimed people have definitely faked robberies before. That happens. Like, well, people will fake robberies or whatever for, like, insurance money. They have, like, a big painting. No, I know. No, I'm just saying, like, I agree with the notion that believe the victim, believe the victim's claim. The person she's claiming against is still innocent until proven guilty. But there should never be a reason to doubt someone's claim at first, unless they've been shown to be like a repeat liar or some shit. You know what I mean? Because I mean that kind of thing has happened in my family before. I've had a second cousin, not to be too real, but a second cousin committed suicide because of what was essentially a false accusation. So, well, I say essentially, but it was a little more complicated than that. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, and the thing is, like, maybe I'm just inclined to believe him more because he was my cousin, but yeah. Yeah, it's hard with a case like the Judge Kavanaugh because he, what proof could there be? You know what I mean? Like, Braylon, I have lots of videos about it. You should just check them out. It's hard to help you real time while I'm streaming. I'm not trying to be rude or anything to you. So, you know, it's a case that old. You know, maybe if you could get witnesses or whatever. I mean, we try to be as helpful as we can in the Discord. Ugh, I have to clean my bathroom. My fucking cat got litter everywhere. I don't know how that happened. But, man, that shit was everywhere. Ugh, I'm losing my voice because I'm, like, fucking yelling like a goddamn gorilla. And I have a D&D sesh to play tonight. Oh, yeah, Damo, I meant to talk to you about this. I did a fucking... I had a D&D session with Envy, who played in our game that I held for you and Cardboard and Preston. I did an evil campaign. Everyone was level 6, right? And they did a prison break. I had them escape from jail. It was really fun. Yep, my Twitch chat's open. My preferred platform is YouTube because A, I get more viewers there, but B, you can sponsor me there. Like, it's basically you can do a Twitch subscription to me on YouTube, which, you know, helps me. Obviously. Oh god. Cats can also be good boys. Dude, I fucking love my cats. I would do anything for my goddamn cats. No, it's really true. You're absolutely right. Which, again, is why I'm kind of... I'm not against public accusations like that, but it's not... Okay, I have a perfect fucking example of this. I listen to this D&D podcast called God's Fault, okay? It's supremely well edited, it's well written, it's well narrated, it's well played, it's fucking amazing. 2 of the players just quit. And they're going on to Twitter, and now he's doing his own, one of the old players doing his own, D&D podcast. And he is going on tweets talking vaguely about, this is an abuser, he's an abuser, he's not, I don't even think he's using a pronoun, he's just saying they're an abuser, they're a popular online creator of a D&D, like, they're calling the person who makes God's Fall an abuser, right? They are not using by name, but it's clear who it's supposed to be, and they are not going to the authorities about this. Why? Why are you doing this? You know what I mean? If someone is harassing you, go to the fucking cops. Like, and I would like to know if this fucking creator, like, stop being vague about it, you pussy. Like, if a creator I know and really enjoy and support is undergoing and engaging in harassment, like, I want to know. Don't be a goddamn pussy about it. Go and be like, I sent a fucking police report about this specific guy. Like, it's being handled by the authorities. Like, and again, I just don't think a lot of this stuff needs to be public until it's settled. Hold on one second. That is fucking weird. Actually, I'll go for the 16-minute one because I'm an asshole and want to waste time. But some 60. Ooh, it's 60. 360. Exactly, Damo. Hold on a second. That was weird. lying to you. This is just where I sit. Ugh. Luke is as cool as you says hi. Hello. That must feel so good to have it clean, Stego. You miss D&D so much? I fucking love D&D. I want to host another viewer D&D session again. Maybe next time I would stream it if anyone is down to play D&D. I will host a D&D stream, and I will do, like, you know, Roll20 and all that stuff. Any viewers down, join the D&D section of the Discord. Yeah, just join. I mean, sponsors and channel members take priority, so you know. But you know, I would DM for up to 5 people. I have several one-shot ideas. It's in the description of my of this stream right now. See the comment you did? Line maker was blackmailed. Is he creepy? Is he abuser and a pedo? No. Yeah, I mean that kind of thing is not right because it didn't go through proper channels. Yes, I agree. Oof. You don't need to play D&D well. You just need to know the rules. It's that simple. And the rules are, you know, the rules for D&D are very simple. It's basically take a D20 and you roll it. That's it. That's the rules for D&D. It's like I just tell you what stat to roll for. You know what I mean? I think character creation is actually more difficult than character creation is more difficult than actually playing the game. Playing the game is very simple. You tell me whatever the hell you want to do, and I tell you what stat to roll for. It's very simple. Yeah, it's very easy. I mean, Preston had never played before, and I showed him how to play in that first session. He did fine. So... yeah, it's really, really simple. It truly is simple. Oh, I write all my own maps. I write everything on my own. I think I tend to make things too easy. But I don't know. Yeah, anyone is capable of, you know, joining. Let's get the Salandit now. Yeah, we have 5 more minutes before it's time for the Salandit even. So, and if I miss this one, I actually might have the chance to. I'd have to do some tricky dicky stuff to get to it. Yeah, I wouldn't really do it. Thrux, hey, how's the less rare shiny hunts today? Oh, that's funny. Thank you. Not great. I mean, I'm looking for a female shiny Salandit, so naturally my options are fairly low. Do I like Splatoon 2? I don't have it, and I never played Splatoon 1. The only... Hey, Mama! The only Switch games I have are Dead Cells, Snipper Clips, and Mario Odyssey. I don't really like shooting games very much, although I know Splatoon is pretty different. Am I in for Smash Bros? Will I get Let's Go? No. Unless something substantial changes. Am I in for Smash Brothers? No. I don't like modern Smash Bros. I will try it. I will try it. I tried all the new ones. I will not be getting Ultimate because it's not, you know, me. It's not for me. No Waluigi. Yeah, I just never care. I don't really like modern Smash Bros. Games. FPS and RPG are my two favorite types of games. Dude, I get so dizzy playing first-person games. I do like RPGs a lot. You alright, Fig? What's going on, bud? Luigi's Mansion, probably not. Yeah, RNG is hard. It's not that I'm not into. Okay, the next game I will buy on the Switch is probably Mario Tennis, or I might get two separate indie games. I might get Hollow Knight, which I know is a PC game first, but whatever. So is Dead Cells. And yeah, I have a $40-something gift card to GameStop, so we'll see what I get. Twitch Mako Salva, hello, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hollow Knight is fantastic, yes. I'm just not letting myself get a game until I finish Dead Cells, basically. Like, I don't want to buy another game without finishing Dead Cells, you know? And I've gotten to the final boss like 4 or 5 times now, but I can't beat it. Ugh, it's so hard. Paper Mario 1000 Years, I've never played it. Everyone says it's the fucking bomb. And it looks like my kind of game. I didn't have a GameCube growing up. Yeah. It looks good. I just never played it. Moon Hunters. Let me see. Mm-mm. I'm trying to get all the achievements on Monster Hunter PC World and where to go. One of them is to get all the other achievements, so really 7. Yeah, I've never been much of an achievement hunter person, but I understand the... What's it called again? Moon Hunters? I like the art. I'll watch a trailer. What kind of game is this? That's a weird game. Looks interesting. What the hell? You're going ape shit. Do you guys see? I didn't even know that was happening. Did you guys see that? Alright, 60 seconds. My little saffron right there. And she's gone. She's the camera guy. Hi, Mama. No, she has a bell on her collar. Alright, here we go. 5 seconds. I'm probably going to miss it, which is fine. Alright, well, time for more disappointment. Damn it. Are you a female? No. Shouldn't I be good at this already? I mean, It's like, not that I'm not good at it, there's just a lot of randomness to it. It's a 1/60th of a second window. It is not particularly... It's not like the easiest thing to hit very consistently. And if I'm like 2 frames late, like, you know, it's not the most consistent thing. No, I don't think anyone can hit the frame every time at this point. Hey Starshine, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. I will do a few more attempts before quitting for the day. Emerald has less things fucking with... Okay, so the difference between this and Emerald is identical every time you play it, right? This game, sometimes the world loads a little slower or faster. Sometimes your character fidgets and you can't see it or do anything about it. Sometimes an NPC wanders in when you should be pretty safe. I was 4 frames late. You know, what am I going to do about that? Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, why was I 4 frames late? Like, I have been 4 frames late before, but I've also been 2 frames early. I will adjust this time, though. Alright. What's my Eon Timer? Alright. Okay, so, we gotta do 0.067. Okay, so it's... So 2663. So 2663. Emerald is a much more consistent game, is what I will say. You know. Okay, yeah, okay. Things that can change the frame are fidgeting, NPCs, weather, wiggling Pokemon. You know, sometimes your character will fidget during the fucking honey animation and you can't do anything about it. The game world does not load consistently, I'll tell you that right now. Because there are times where I've been 2 frames away from... I think it might depend on the DS's battery power, like how well it loads, how quickly it loads the world map. But basically, the world map, like I'll be 2 frames away from the Pokemon I wanted. Then the world map, then I do it again, and I'm 40 frames away, and I'm like, oh, okay, I fidgeted. And so then I do it 3 more times, and I'm consistently 40 frames away. And all of a sudden, I am always getting 40 frames away, and that's just, now I have to readjust my timer to that. You know, it is pretty consistent. It's just not anywhere near as consistent as Emerald version. There are a lot more variables to fuck with you in this game than in Emerald version. In Emerald, virtually nothing messes with RNG besides from yourself. Hi, Mama. Oh, and yeah, the seed changes every single time as well, so... I'm not aiming for the same exact thing every time, you know? If I was aiming for the same exact, you know, time every time, then yeah, I would be able... I can hit Emerald very consistently as well, you know? Whoops. Daisy. Do I DM the... No, I don't. I was the DM for that group, but we finished my campaign and my friend wanted to DM and I was like, yes, DMing is stressful, you do it. No, he wanted to DM, so I let him. You know, my campaign took like a year and a half, I think. So... Hey Farouk, I'm doing well. Hey Joseph, what's going on? How are you today? I would be happy to do a community meetup event, like ever. Like, you know, if I ever go to a fucking convention in New York or some shit, you know, I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna be here, guys. If anyone wants to meet me, let me know. Like, I'm happy. Me and my girlfriend want to go to New York Anime Festival. I don't know if we'll have the time or the money. I don't even know when the fuck it is. Actually, we might have already missed it. When is it? When is Anime NYC? November 16th through 18th. So I'll probably be at Anime NYC. I don't know how RNG works in the battle. So yeah, like I'll tweet or, you know, post or make a video being like, hey, I'm gonna be here. Anyone wants to meet me, do a live battle or some shit, I'll do that. I play a bard of a... So I'm a bard, but it is an unorthodox build, to say the least. And my race is a custom race that I made up for my campaign because of a dumb in-joke, which I will tell. Okay, so... Do I live in NYC or around it? I am not very far, and I work even closer to it. If I wanted to get into NYC, probably takes me 45 to an hour to get to Grand Central. Hey, Finny Far, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. See, I'm not far. And I like Anime NYC because it's a smaller convention. I don't like the giant cons. I don't like Comic-Con. It's too big and doesn't have enough remotely interesting things. Okay, so, alright. My bard is a mole person. He is like an 8-foot-tall mole man. And this is the joke, okay? This is the whole joke. I will tell the story of why I created a mole man for my campaign. Okay. Introvert, I see. Yes. That is a spot on. I am an introvert, yes. How do I see the followers? I don't know how to see. Oh. Lionel, thank you for following. Okay, so the deal with the mole is when my first D&D campaign ever, I was looking up languages. I was a rogue human variant, and I took Tavern Brawler feat, and my rogue's best stat was strength, not dexterity, which is not usual for a rogue. And I ended up being this pirate rogue who was a former pirate rogue who grappled and like pinned people to the ground and wrestled and stuff. Alright, I'm gonna do this 15-minute one. It'll be my last attempt, so 54012. Okay, so I was not too excited by the prospect of playing D&D. I was a little nervous. I was like, oh, maybe this is too nerdy, blah, 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 blah. And I was looking at the languages, and I got common, which is, you know, the regular language. And I saw undercommon, and I was like, undercommon? What's that? Is that for, like, mole people and stuff? And my DM tried to tell me to not take it. And I took it. Of course. So I took it. And I would always be like, anytime we'd go into a cave, I'd be like, do they speak undercommon? Is there mole people here? You know, blah, 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 blah. Like, all this kind of junk. And I would do this the whole campaign, and never did anyone speak undercommon. And okay, fine. So I'm hosting the campaign, you know, a year after we finish our campaign. A year later, I start my our campaign takes a year, and then I'm like, I want a DM. We had a falling out with one of the players who did some kind of fucked up shit, and we had a falling out with him because, yeah, I can't explain, and don't want to go into that. So I'm like, and because of that, our old DM could not. We separated a few people from the group, and so we. I was like, okay, I'll do the DMing, okay, and So in my campaign, I was like, I'm using Undercommon to pay off on this joke. And so I go on, I'm like, okay, D&D races. I tried to look up races, right? And I'm like, okay, I want to find some mole people. And there wasn't a single goddamn official mole person. I'm like, this is ridiculous. There needs to be a mole person in D&D. And there wasn't. I couldn't find any mole people. Any mole people anywhere. You know? So I'm like, all right, well, I'll make them up. And so I came up with this fucking idea. I was like, it was very stupid, and my players didn't even have to find it. I like to give my players a lot of options in large campaigns, so they could choose varying paths. And so I had them. They had just gone into a mansion and beaten up the there was like a cult in this mansion, and they found a map to a castle, but also suspiciously in the middle of the first floor of the mansion was a huge hole, like a huge tunnel leading deep underground. And so they go into the tunnel, and eventually they find a split path. One keeps going, and the other one is like an archway, but it's a closed archway. They can't walk through it. And there's a bunch of symbols that they can't read, but they know is Undercommon, but no one knows how to read it. And so they're like, that's suspicious. And so they go down the other path, and they get attacked by the mole people. And these mole people come up, and they're all like rogues, and they're fighting, and they're having a rough time. And I have them, a bunch of other mole people comes up, but they're all dressed in like heavy knight's armor, and they're paladins, and they just beat the shit out of these thief moles. And so they lead them into the mole people town, and I had it called. You guys are gonna fucking love this. Are you guys ready for this shit? It's fucking brilliant. All right. It is. They lead them into a city. It's called Molantis. Right. All right. It's an underground city that was forced underground by a goddess, who cursed them hundreds and maybe thousands of years ago. Cursed them, forced them to be underground, because their kingdom was evil. And the goddess forced them underground, trapped them to break up the empire, and was like, you will only be able to come up. And she turned them into moles so they could easily live underground. I'm waiting to catch something, Umbreon, don't worry. And so they were turned into moles so they could more efficiently live underground. And they were all trapped in a perimeter. And the magic barrier temporarily went down because the person they were chasing from the cultist out of the manor used a magic, like a magic worm demon to tunnel, and it temporarily broke the barrier. And so those thief moles were able to escape. And so that's what the guard moles were doing to get them back in. And no one knew about these people. No, they're all moles, and they're all good. So there's two classes of moles. There's the moles that live in the city, and those are basically paladin knights of the goddess. They believed the only way to lift their curse and be allowed above ground again was to be knights of the god Mitra, who I made up. And she was like kind of like a peace god / earth god. And the thief moles, who sort of are bitter about the god turning them into moles, so they kind of live on the outskirts of the city and just steal from people and shit. And so these moles are all very holy, very godly, and they don't believe in they don't like magic. They're very against magic, and like their whole city is built out of a stone that resists magic and stuff like that. And so the Mole King is the original king. He's the only one who lives long. The moles are anywhere from 6 to 8 feet tall. They're bipedal, furry. And the king, though, is the original king who was forced underground and forced with eternal life not eternal life. He dies eventually, but it's like he was forced with being alive until he realized the errors of his ways and learned to lead his people good. And so they have like my player. I specified furry because my players at first thought they were like naked mole rats, but no, they're just like actual moles. They look like that dude from Bloody Roar. They all look like I don't remember his name. What's his name? Bakuryu. Bakuryu. They look like, where is it? They look like this guy, except the paladin ones have heavy armor. This is what they look like, Bakuryu. He's from Bloody Roar. I didn't play this game, but my friend was like, is this what they look like? I was like, fucking yes, that's exactly what they look like. So the moles were like, yo, there's this source of magical energy that one time, a long time, Volantis. Come on, Thrux, you gotta love it. So one time, a long time, so he was like, listen, there's this power in the mind that this wizard is going after. And so I even made up race stats and stuff for the mole. And so there was this main mole, his name was Seahollet. And so they were like, okay, what is the... so they were like, listen, we cannot leave this bubble. We are cursed and, you know, we have to stay within an area. But deep within the mind is a power that we were going to use. We will no longer use it, but you need to rescue it because these evil wizards are doing it. Can you do it for us? And our party was like, yes. And they were like, there will be a reward, obviously. We're not going to ask you to do it for nothing, but it is for the greater good that you do this. And so my party goes along with it and finds it. And there they find the crystal, and they find... it was like a very powerful crystal. It ended up having like an elder god in it. Don't worry about that. It's not important. So I had this thing set up where there was an evil entity trapped in it who got out and possessed my wizard player, and he had to make saving throws to control his body. And I made it a low saving throw. I made it a 12 charisma saving throw because charisma, he was a warlock, not a wizard, and charisma is his saving throw modifier. He failed it 3 times, and if he failed it 3 times, he died. He couldn't contain the energy in his body, and it disintegrated him. But my consolation prize was because it was fairly early on. We'd only had about 5 sessions in. I didn't want to just kill his character 5 sessions in for failing 3 saving throws. It's not really fair. So I had the goddess save him, but she could only create the mole body. So my player was rezzed as a mole instead of his original race. And so that's what he was. He was the mole. I mean, I had 2 classes for him. I had the paladin style mole and the thief style mole. The paladin style mole had plus 2 strength, plus 1 charisma. Plus 2 strength, plus 1 charisma. They gained the Mage Slayer feat, and they move faster on rocky, like, you know, mountainous terrain, and they can dig underground, sort of like Knuckles, very easily, and move at a quarter of their movement underground. And then like come up to grab people and stuff. It's kind of cool, but not that useful. The Thief Mole has plus 2 strength, plus 1 dex, and gains the Mage Hand Ledgerman feat, which lets them, they gain the Mage Hand spell, and then they can turn Mage Hand invisible and use it to pick locks and shit. So that is the 2 race options. And the only other lore I can think of is that the moles are all mostly they're pretty much vegetarian, but they subsist off of a special mushroom underground because there's not a lot to hunt down there. I made them vegetarian because I was vegetarian. The city living Molantian moles are vegetarian, but the rogue like moles are not vegetarian because they have to do anything to survive. So that's that. And eventually they rose. Once they saved the crystal, the god decided that they had spent a long enough time in punishment and rose them up out of the ground. And then I had some other, and so that was pretty much not the end of it, but
It's too hard to explain the rest of it. But basically, when I was making my character, my bard, I was like, all right, how do I want to make my bard, right? I don't want to just do a fucking magic playing bard, right? I was like, I want to do like a hitty bard, like he hits people. And so I went College of Valor, which gives you extra attack at level 6, and I made my highest stat strength, and then my second highest charisma. And I was like, wait a minute, highest stat strength, second highest charisma. I was like, yo, Connor, who's my DM. It's like, listen, you don't have to let me do it, but will you let me play a mole person? Because mole people were specifically made for my campaign. And I was like, listen, if you don't think mole people are in your world, that's fine. That's totally fine. You don't have to let me play it. I understand. Okay? And he's like, no. You know what? I play tested the mole in your campaign. You could be the mole. I'm like, fucking sick, dude. So he let me pick the mole. But mostly because it lined up exactly with my character stats that I had wanted to do. So he is his name is Varashal. He is an 8-foot tall mole person. He is a bard who is he's lawful good, and he does a lot of fighting. He goes into like melee range and hits people with his big ass sword. Oh. Pokehunter 36 says, I got my second encounter shiny Cabrawler and you're shaking. Wow, that's fucking awesome, dude. I love second encounter shinies. It's so hype. Oh, God. Will I name a droll? Oh, dude, that's actually a fucking genius. I never even thought of that. Can it fit? How many characters is the name? Is this a real person's name? Oh, no, okay, it might be too many. It would fit in a modern game, I think. VARHASHAL. It's 9 characters. Is that did it used to be 8? How many is it? Limits on nicknames. All right. Oh, it's 10? Oh, it would fit. Oh, I got it! Holy shit! It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. That was a 1-frame window, motherfuckers. I'll show you guys. Let me find it. Nope. Nope. Yup, 1-frame window. This was the only shiny Salandit within 5 hours. Alright. I have to hit it. I'm very spooked. What's its stats? What's its defense? 15? Alright, I could take a wing attack from Vampy. Alright, I'm gonna bite now. It's timid with 29 speed and 31 special attack. It's actually very good. I only nickname it once it's captured. I wish I had a Premier Ball to catch it in, but... I know, I'm fucking terrified, War Bloody. I'm terrified. Woo! Hell yeah, dude, I got it. Alright, let me show you the stats again. So check out its stats. Look at that. 29 speed, 31 special attack. That's so good for in-game, dude. Alright, here's how nicknaming works. The second I get to the nickname screen... I actually did not expect to get it today. And this stream went an hour longer than I wanted it to. So the second I get to the nickname screen, I'm nicknaming it. Alright, ready? Type out your nicknames, everyone. Type them out. Breadstick. Alright. You got it. We'll do all caps. You typed all caps, right? Breadstick. I'm adding Breadstick to my party, baby. Think I'm not going to use this motherfucker? Oh, man. I have a hard choice coming in here, guys. Do I get rid of Sabrina? No, I'm doing D&D at a friend's tonight. I want a Crobat, but I have three flying types right now. And I'm about to do the fire trial. So maybe I hold off on putting her in my party until after the fire trial. Do you think that sounds fair? I could just get rid of the Zubat. I really like Crobat, though. And Pico's flying type. Or a water type. I could get rid of Hawlucha. It's higher level than everyone else. And I'll just bring Hawlucha back. Yeah, I think I'll do it after the fire type. Alright, I'm going to go back and look at it in the PC. Look at my fucking beautiful accomplishment. It was female. I actually soft reset it over a male intentionally before. That's why it was so hard to get one, because it was female. There's less female shiny frames. Oh, you want me to? I'll send it out into battle real quick. Well, let me save. Whew! Don't want to turn it off without saving, guys. I always nickname it whoever the first person to type a nickname is. Alright. It's female, named Breadstick. Oh, I didn't realize I had a trainer battle still. Beautiful. What's up, Electric Jazz Cat? You just missed me catching the female shiny Salandit. Salandit. I love that animation. How's your first kill feel, Salandit? Alright. Save again. Alright. Thank you all for watching. That was so exciting. That was going to be my last attempt no matter what. Oh, does she have the item? There's a 50% chance for item. No, she doesn't. So, that was pretty goddamn exciting. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all in the morning. Tomorrow morning.